It haunts me, the flavor of that vodka. Haunts me. Problem, I handed out all the blankets. There was no blankets left for me. What am I to do? Sleep under the couch cushions. I closed my eyes and I didn't say a word for 2 hours straight. For like 10 minutes, this person is in the kitchen. Unbeknownst to them, there is 4 people, 1 room over. Hi, welcome or welcome back. A little bit ago, I posted this video right here where I told you some stories about why I do not get high anymore. Today, we're pretty much going to be doing the same thing, except I'm going to be telling you some stories about times that I've drank and not enjoyed it. And also, I do still drink from time to time, unlike the aforementioned video's context, but it's fine. The stories are still ridiculous nonetheless. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. I always appreciate it. We're gonna start with this one that I'm calling Brooke's Backyard Nightmare. Now, this story is about the first time that I ever really drank, and by I really drank, I mean I had 2 sips of this was 4, I don't know why I just did that. 2 sips of a Mike's Hard Lemonade, and then that was it. And then I watched all of my friends get drunk. That's what I mean when I say my first time drinking. Now, this is going to be a story about my toxic ex friend group. We were there, okay? It's me, Brooke, because it's her house, Austin, Owen, and Sean. Now, Owen drove all of us, okay? He drove all of us in his car. When we get to Brooke's house, she says, "Nobody is sleeping here. No one is sleeping over." Which, okay, fine. It's fine. That is your prerogative. It's your house. Why she couldn't let anybody know before we drove there, I don't know. But nonetheless, she said none of us were allowed to spend the night because we were drinking. And it wasn't just that one time she said it. She said it about 30 times. Like, legitimately, not exaggerating. She kept saying it throughout the night. And she also kept saying, "You guys better not get sick or I'm kicking you out." So I just want to preface this story with that. We were not allowed to spend the night. She kept saying it. She kept saying she would kick us out and be so mad if we got sick, okay? So the 5 of us are drinking in her garage, and I tapped out after 2 sips of a Mike's. It just wasn't for me. I don't like alcohol. Sean, he's somewhere else, okay? He drank like 6 Mike's, and that's where Sean was. Austin drank a normal amount. I don't know what Owen was doing, okay? But he got sick. And now I'm gonna give an emetophobia warning for this whole video, basically, just in case. So if you have that, I wouldn't watch the rest. Thank you for being here, but I wouldn't. Have a nice rest of your day. So Owen proceeds to then get sick and throw up in Brooke's backyard twice. We did not tell her because she said, "If you get sick, I'm kicking you out." And at this particular point in the night, we were not ready or able to walk anywhere yet. I was, because I barely drank, but nobody else was, okay? So we did not tell her. I believe we took her hose quietly and like hosed it away or something. Gross! But that's what we did, okay? The night comes to an end. And now we're faced with a predicament. We're faced with the predicament of where the hell do we go? Because we can't drive anywhere. We took 1 car and nobody can drive it. I couldn't drive it yet. And everybody else was drunk. And Brooke said, "Nobody's staying at my house." So we couldn't stay there. We couldn't drive anywhere. And we could not sleep in Owen's car like we had toyed around with, like that idea. We were thinking maybe we could just sleep in the car. But there was too many police that would patrol neighborhoods at night. So we were like, we definitely can't sleep in the car. So what do? If you've been here before and you know anything about this friend group, it was not just the 5 of us. So we give Molly a call because Molly is out of town with her family, which means her house is completely empty. No adults, no issues, okay? We call Molly. We're like, "Hey girl, can we stay in your house for the night? She was like, sure, I guess. It was a much longer phone call than that. But basically, to sum it up, we were allowed to spend the night at Molly's house. Now, Molly lived like 3 or 4 streets, maybe, away from Brooke. So in the dead of night, I had to guide my 3 drunk friends to Molly's house. Austin and Sean were fine. They were fine. Normal drunk people things, but you know, they were locked in. They were focused on just getting to where we were trying to go. Owen, on the other hand, fell into a bush. It was like one of those really long, like tall bushes that are like taller than you most of the time, I guess. I guess it depends on your height. But they're like tall. They're like people-sized bushes, all right? He's walking and he just starts walking crooked into the bush and starts falling, and I had to pull him out of the bush. and then we get to Molly's house. Okay, I'm full mom mode. All right. I have accepted this is what we're doing for the night. We get outside Molly's house. It's like maybe 1 or 2 a.m. Her neighbors, I think across the street, were just out enjoying the night. Okay, on their porch. They're sitting out there. 4 teenagers stroll up to this house, okay, in the dead of night. Did we A, enter quietly? Or B, did Owen look at her house and say, "Isn't that her house?" Really, really, really loud. While her neighbors were outside at 2 a.m. It was B, okay? It was so loud the way that he said it. I can't even begin to describe it. I get everybody inside, okay? Molly's got like 2 couches and an ottoman. I separate everybody, okay? 1 person per couch, 1 on the ottoman. I go around her house. I find blankets for everybody. Everybody's tucked into bed, okay? And then I'm thinking, oh, alcohol. Sometimes people get sick. Owen's already been sick twice tonight. Let me get a bowl. Because they didn't have like garbage cans, like little ones that I could put near like where people were sleeping in case they needed to throw up. So I just took a bowl from their kitchen. I didn't know really what else to use. Owen threw up 2 more times and I had to clean it up both times because Molly had many pets and I didn't want them to get at it, which was gross, but what was I to do? So I did that, all right, handled it, whatever. I go to sleep. I'm sleeping on one of the couches too, because one of them was a little bigger than the other ones. So I'm sleeping on one of the couches. Problem, I handed out all the blankets. There was no blankets left for me. What am I to do? Sleep under the couch cushions. You know those memes where people are like, oh, when you're at your friend's house and it's too cold, but you don't want to ask for another blanket or whatever? That was me. I literally took her seat cushions off the couch and slept underneath them so that I wouldn't be as cold. Okay, that's fine. Everybody sleeps through the night. It's fine. Wake up the next morning. We're all in the house, just, you know, decompressing from the events of last night. And then we hear a door open. Now, the way Molly's house was set up was like, you would stand in her kitchen and you could see the dining room, because the dining room was connected to the kitchen, and the living room was connected to the dining room as well, but you couldn't see the living room from the kitchen, okay? So we're in the living room, and then her kitchen door opens. We forgot that she had a house sitter to come in and feed her cats and her dog while she and her family were away. So we hear the door open and we all go dead silent because Molly did not tell the person that was cat and dog sitting for her that her friends were spending the night at her house. So we're all sitting in the living room dead silent, trying not to make a sound. Something straight out of Don't Breathe. I'm serious. And this person, her neighbor, is in the kitchen just, you know, talking and singing to the cats and the dog, making conversation. And we are just sitting there like holding our breath, hoping they do not come in the living room, because as far as this person's gonna be concerned, there are 4 strangers in their neighbor's house. For like 10 minutes, this person is in the kitchen. Unbeknownst to them, there is 4 people one room over. And then they left and we were able to breathe again. And then we went home. We walked back to Owen's car and he took everybody home, and that was that. So this second story I'm calling Silent Sickness, okay? This one is about me. Again, this takes place at Molly's house for her 21st birthday. At this party, there was 4 of us, okay? It's not really important. I'm setting the scene for you, okay? So for her birthday, she's like, I'm getting a bunch of shooters and stuff. So she got just, the little bottles of a billion different types of alcohol, liquor, vodka, rum, a bajillion things she had. And then she also had these things, I don't know if they make them anymore. They were called twisted shots. Basically, it was just like a plastic shot glass that you would get, and it would have plastic in the middle separating the 2 sides of it, and it would have 2 different flavored like vodkas, I think, and you would take it at the same time. If they don't make them anymore, I wish they would start to again, because that was actually really good. But anyways, on to the story. I don't remember what exactly specifically I drank that night. It wasn't a lot, but I tried a couple things. I do know I had one of the twisted shot things, and then I probably sampled, taste tested a couple other things. It wasn't a lot, but it was too much for me, because at this party, I got so sick. But here's the thing. I have not thrown up since I was in middle school. Okay, I'm 24 now. I take that serious, okay? It's like an accolade for me. I refuse to throw up now. I start feeling really, really sick. I go to lay down on the same couch that I slept under the couch cushions on, with a blanket this time. And I closed my eyes and I didn't say a word for 2 hours straight. I didn't fall asleep and I didn't get sick either, but I felt so horrible. I was like, I have to focus on not being sick right now. So I just closed my eyes and I fully focused in, and that was it. I locked in on that, but I felt disgusting. I felt absolutely horrible. Now we're gonna move on to what I'm calling the big, awful, disgusting 3, because I'm gonna tell you about the 3 worst drinks in particular I've ever had in my life. We're not supposed to be drinking. Not supposed to. Don't underage drink. If you take anything from this video, it should be that it's really not all it's cracked up to be. So, Owen, okay? Owen and Molly, always at the scene of the crime. So, one day, Owen and Molly come over, all right? And Owen's like, guess what I got from one of my friends that is allowed to drink? I got this big bottle of clementine flavored Svedka. Okay. Molly couldn't keep it at her house because she had a lot of family members roaming all the time. And Owen couldn't keep it at his house because, I don't know, he just didn't want to. I don't know. So I had to keep it at my house. Out of the 3 of us, I was the furthest away from being allowed to drink legally. So obviously I should keep it at mine. I obviously could not keep it in the fridge, so I had to keep it under my bed. Warm, awful, disgusting. It was horrible. And every time they would come over, we would pour a couple shots of it. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I, to this day, can still remember like the smell and the taste of it. Clementine flavored Svedka. Don't have it. Don't have it. Because you know what? I would bet that even if I had kept it in the coldest of temperatures, it would still not have been good. Don't have that one. It haunts me, the flavor of that vodka. Haunts me. Number 2 of the big, awful, disgusting 3. For this particular part of the story, we're actually going to talk about a friend that I don't think I've mentioned on here, named Kaylee. Okay? She was like, do you want to make this sugar cookie martini with me and one of her other friends? And I was like, yeah, why not? Sounds good. Even though I notoriously, at this point, hated alcohol. I was like, yeah, let me try it. So we go to the store, we get all the stuff for it, we go to Kaylee's house to make the sugar cookie martini. I don't remember what was in it besides rum chata, and I only know that that was in it because I have this picture of when we made it. Doesn't it look yummy? Yeah. No! It was awful. It was disgusting. And I am so thankful that the taste of it did not imprint on me the same way that the clementine flavored Svedka did, which, by the way, really quick, forgot to mention, we eventually made it through that whole bottle. Warm. It was not cold one single time. Anyways, this sugar cookie martini thing was not good. I don't know if we measured things wrong or what, but it was bad. And it wasn't just me that thought it was bad. We all thought it was bad. And Kaylee could drink, so that's how you know it was bad. We made it around Christmas time. If I had left that out for Santa, he would have blacklisted my house. The last one that we're gonna talk about for this section was actually in this vlog right here on my YouTube channel right now, currently. So if you wanna go look at it, I'll have this vlog linked down below because the part that I'm gonna talk about is in this video. So I went to LA and I was in this rotating bar, all right? I look at the menu, there's a few drinks on there. I'm like, I wanna try something new. I know I hate drinking, but I'm gonna be adventurous. I'm gonna try something new. So this menu had this one drink, I believe it was called the 3 Bs. I think it was like bourbon, bitters, and Benedictine or something. I don't remember, but bourbon and bitters were definitely both in it. I order it. The waiter immediately looks at me. He's like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm trying new things. He was like, okay, but this is like really strong. It's like an old fashioned. Like, I don't know if you're gonna like it. I was like, no, I'll like it. It'll be fine. It was really bad. It was really, really bad. He was right. And then he came back later and saw that I like was not making any progress on it. And he was like, I can take it back for you and get you something better if you want and like not charge me for it. And I was like, no, I can't do that. Like, that's so mean. Like, you warned me. Like, I just should have known better. Like, it's fine. I'll muscle through. And he was like, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. And then he took it back and he got me a better one. But after drinking the better one for a little bit, I got used to the taste. Then I didn't like that one either. I just was not made to drink. There's only a couple of things that I can drink and actually enjoy. So yeah, if you want to see my reaction to that, go watch the vlog that I have linked down below. Or it can just be a mystery forever. That's up to you. Now, I'm gonna call this last section Screaming Sarah. Now, let me just preface this by saying I don't do this anymore. But there was a time not that long ago where I would have a shot or a drink of something and I would physically get the shivers and scream. I would scream. Now, most of the time I was at my house drinking with friends. Okay, I've never screamed in public, but I have had the shivery chill situation happen in public. It's embarrassing. So I got it on lock now. But for a really long time, I would take a shot and scream because the alcohol was so disgusting to me. And what I'm gonna do right now is show you a quick little like 30-second compilation that I put together of videos of me screaming or having a visceral reaction to what I was drinking. Also, if the video sounds a little silly, I put a little voice changer on it because there was other people talking and I don't know if they want their voices in these, so I just put that on there. So just be ready for that. Let's do this.
Yes! No, yes!
That's like fucking nail polish remover.
God.
Chaser.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Just quick, okay? Just a quick little thing for you to look at here to get an idea of what I'm talking about, all right? And if you're thinking that's ridiculous, don't worry. I've been yelled at for it already by my friends, so don't worry about it. I know. We've locked in. I don't do it anymore. I do still shiver sometimes. I can only do so much. What can I say? Anyways, yes. That's all I have for you guys today. That is why I hate drinking. Thank you so much for watching. I upload new videos every single Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. I always appreciate it. If you want to see any of the other places I exist, my Instagram and TikTok are both linked down below. I'm very active on both of those. Have a good rest of your day, night, week, month, year, life, all of it. Bye!